How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Let me get this thing a little bit closer to my mouth here where y'all can kind of understand me a little bit better. Alright, I know that I said I was going to either make one this morning or sometime during the day. Unfortunately, it's getting dark over here in Louisiana. Or for y'all folks that can't understand me, Louisiana. Because I know I'm going to get ridiculed for that. It's just where I was brought up, where I was raised, the people that I was around, the reason why I talk the way I do. But that's besides the point. Okay, I did get up this morning, ready to roll out, and literally 5 minutes after I got up, 5 minutes past the 10-hour break, I already have messages sitting on this unit here asking me what my ETA is to the consignee. And you know, I think that's pretty screwed up when, you know, we already have to put all of our information in. We already have to send that to them before we even leave the customer, the shippers or whatnot. But they constantly keep going back, update ETA, and this is ridiculous because it's on the computers back at the main deal. What it is, some of these people are too damn lazy to actually go on there and actually look it up on their computer. This is people that live and die by the computers, you know. It's ridiculous to think, you know, that we already as truck drivers have to worry about everything that goes on out here, but after we give them an ETA, and I was actually on time, by the way, when we give them an ETA on that message and we're actually on time with everything, and they still go to blowing it up. What's your ETA? What's your ETA? You know, this is getting ridiculous. And, you know, with this out here, and then we have to turn around, we have to worry about responding to every individual message that they send because they're too lazy to look on the computers. It puts more stress on us as drivers. It takes and pushes us, literally pushes people to the breaking point that I have actually witnessed folks just up and leave their truck just at some random place and just walk away from from this out here because we're being pushed so hard to get stuff done at a certain time. And you know, you can't just push and push and push like that, because eventually, I mean, you're going to wear yourself down so bad. Which right now, it's actually been over 2 months since I've been out here, since my last home time and everything. And you know, I'm actually hoping that they can get me home on time, because I sent in my time for like the 19th or something like that. But I made it over here, had no complaints out of the customer over here, so apparently I was on time. And so they, you know, more or less have me try to rush me here, rush me there. I mean, dang, I literally have to stop and do clothes where I'm at. I haven't had a shower, you know, in like 3 days. Got dirty clothes, gotta wash these, gotta get a shower. You know, a lot of times these folks, they don't realize that we have to wash clothes, we have to take showers, we have to, you know, take time for eats, we have to take time. Just they're pushing the breaking point of these people, and they're walking out and they're leaving. That's when we're stuck with so many steering wheel holders out here, and it's the this isn't trucking anymore. This is a joke. You know, maybe it'll get better. I'm hoping, because you know, something that bothers me right now is so many of these companies are they're hurting for trainers. And yes, I just had to drop my training deal due to the simple fact of, you know, it's like right as soon as one of them gets off the truck, another one's on there, and another, and another, and another. You know, you have to have time to more or less, you got to have a little break from that before jumping on to another student, because they don't understand the whole deal about the break either, because it's a freaking joke, and they're hurting so bad that even they're just pulling random people into their training deal. And you know, anybody with a CDL now can train after so many months, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. They don't know how to say, you know, do this or do that or whatever it is. They don't know what they're talking about, and it goes, you know, they've made it too easy with these automatic trucks, the way I look at it. And I'm hoping that, you know, more or less everybody out there starts understanding the reason why I prefer a manual over an automatic. And here's the reason why. If you can handle everything that's going on around the truck, if you can safely, you know, maneuver this thing, which I don't know the actual measurement, because you know, you got long truck, short trucks, but they just throw the average of 70 feet, you know. So when you're in a manual or whatnot, and if you can pay attention to everything, reading signs, paying attention to traffic control devices, when you're able to do all of that in a manual, then an automatic is a breeze, you know, because at that point they're thinking, okay, I got to watch this and I got to watch that. But whenever you're throwing them, just throwing them straight out of school or whatnot, giving them about a week or so on a trainer truck or whatnot, or even worse, I've even witnessed them just, you know, tossing the keys to folks straight out of school because they're automatics. And I have witnessed so many of these professional steering wheel holders out there, you know, because it doesn't take much really to put the thing in drive and go. I've watched them have their legs jacked up on the dashboard with their seats laid all the way back, and not a care in the world. And that is dangerous, you know, even with all of the safety stuff that they've got on the trucks, even down to your little cars and pickups and everything like that. They've got so many computers on them now, so many cameras, so many sensors and everything. They claim that they're making this stuff safer, but in fact, it's making it more dangerous. And because you're putting your life in the hands of that computer to operate that vehicle, or you know, I value me too much, okay? I value my life too much, and I'm hoping that people start understanding exactly where I'm coming from with this, and I'm hoping that y'all start, you know, following, you know, pretty much the way I am now. I hope y'all see exactly what's going on out here, and y'all can, you know, make the difference out here. Because, you know, in all honesty, another thing is, it's not just the whole automatic situation, but it is also the fact that everybody's being forced to go into automatics now at these much larger companies. It's so much easier to train somebody on an automatic. It's easier to get the miles, and you don't have to worry about this and that. But in my honest opinion about the automatics, sure, have automatics, but you should have a variety. You should have automatics and manuals in all of these with all these companies. You should let people actually choose whether or not automatic or manual. But the whole training deal, it should definitely stay in a manual. Going back to what I was just saying, is if you can pay attention while shifting gears to everything going on around you, then you can pay attention out there with what's going on out there in the world. And so there was something else that I was going to talk about this morning while I was on the phone with one of my old students, and I've already forgot what it was, but okay, I do have one other little deal for this for today is, in the previous deal where I was talking about at the very end of it, with just because you see law enforcement out there and they're nowhere, they're more or less out of your way to not be hitting your brakes, as long as they're not over there, and there is an actual 3-foot minimum distance for pedestrians. And there's so many signs out here that and it's sad that they have to have so many signs out here telling you, ladies and gentlemen, telling y'all to, when you see flashing lights, move